Hello there. Today I will be showing you a proof of concept for an application I've been working on called WORKSPAICE. WORKSPAICE is basically a local application runs on a local machine that uses a large language model, specifically Anthropic's Sonnet 3.5, to create this co-working space between human and AI. So it's a way to facilitate building things and where AI helps the human to get the job done. And actually, I think the AI will do much more than just helping, but we'll see that in a minute. Just want to highlight the fact that this is a proof of concept, is something still in heavy development. And I am aware that many people are doing are using AI to generate code samples and small things. I will be showing that as well, but I want to show how this can actually build much bigger things and also to step out of the code and software development world to build something completely not related to software. So let's get started. I'll start by creating a new project. Okay, so when we are in the project creation screen, we will fill up a few details about the project. So this gives a kind of initial direction for the AI to work on. So let's start. One thing that I've actually had as a request from my wife is a simple application to do transcription from audio to text, because she uses websites to do this, but they can get expensive. So because I have an OpenAI API key, I can actually use Whisper to do this on our desktop computer very easily. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it the transcriber, and it's going to be a desktop application where the user can select an audio file and then uses the OpenAI Whisper API to generate a transcription. Save the transcription text to a file in the same folder. Technical specifications, okay, especially for software development, but not only, we can say more technical details about the project and what we want the AI to use or not use, to do or not to do. So I can say, for example, I want this to be a Python app with a graphical user interface. And what else? I think it's okay. System information is just for the AI to know a little bit about the system it's running on. So for example, available tools, command line, commands it can run on the terminal, etc. So I'm just going to say Linux Fedora for now. And let's get created. So once the project is created, we go to the project screen where we have, of course, the central part is the chat interface. And then we have a sidebar with very useful details, which I'm going to explain in a second. So now the AI started, let's see what it says. Thank you for providing that information. It looks like the project directory contains a Git folder. I'm going to explain this, why is this a little bit further down the demo. Let's proceed to the next steps in our task list. By the way, the task list is something that the project, when I start a new project, I pre-fill a task list, which I think helps AI to be guided on how to create the initial steps. But then when everything is clear, it builds a plan of action and then replaces this task list with a new plan. So first of all, it's going to scan the project, because we can start a project from scratch, but we can also copy files from an existing project and then continue to improve it or to expand the project. So in this case, we're doing from scratch. And then it's asking clarifying questions. This is the most important part, because it's going to be clarified and make sure all the features are well defined. So let's see what it says. Which GUI framework would you prefer to use for this project? Some popular options for Python include PyQt, Tiki-Inter, and WORKSPAICE. Okay. Do you have a specific version of Python in mind? Design preferences, Open API key, audio format. Okay, let's start replying. So one, let's keep it simple. You can use Tiki-Inter. Python 3. Nothing special. Keep it simple, clean, but modern. 4, yes, because it's a local app. You can hard code the API key. Okay, I have that key here. I'm going to give it the key, and that's no problem in showing the key because I'm going to delete it after the demo. 5, specific audio formats, use the standard ones. 6 text file is fine. And okay, for now, that's it. So it's gonna start working on this. Let's see what happens next. This is always a surprise. So in the sidebar, we have a few useful things. We have two shortcuts, one for the project folder and the other for the open the terminal in the project folder. So this is something that I found quite useful, both for checking the project, for running, for also working on it. So if I open now the project folder, I can already see that there's already a new file in it. And if I open the terminal, it's going to open the terminal inside the project file. So we can now see that the task list, the technical specifications has been updated with some things that I said or that we discussed with the clarification questions. And also the task list is beginning to get some updates. As you can see, it's already done quite a few things. And now we are in the testing part. Let's see what it says. Okay, we've made significant progress on our transcriber app. We have implemented the core functionality, including the graphical user interface, file selection, transcription, and saving transcription to a file. Our next step is to test with various audio files. However, okay, it's going to tell me how to test. Right, so it's going to tell me how to run this app using Python 3. But let's say I'm my wife, I'm not technical at all. So can you open the app for me? Let's see if this works. I could, of course, just open the terminal and run this command, which is quite easy, but still. No, it doesn't want to run it. Okay, he's run it before. This time it doesn't want to. Anyway, let's skip that part. But it does run because he's done it before. Python 3 transcriber. Okay, quite simple. Select an audio file. So I have an audio file ready in a demo folder. Audio, open, transcribe. Fingers crossed, transcription saved. Let's see. Audio transcription. This is a test for text transcription. It works. Okay, awesome. So this is a very simple, this is the real rapid application development. Now let's iterate a little bit because I think the UI is kind of bad. But let me take this opportunity to explain one other thing. The snapshots. So the snapshots is a very user-friendly, non-technical approach to Git or to version control systems. So it allows us to take a snapshot of the application as it is right now and all the messages that the user and the AI exchanged and create like a backup. So this was a need that I felt was really good to implement because sometimes, especially in big applications, maybe not in this one, but in big projects with a lot of files, sometimes the AI does too many things and it messes up, and it's really hard to undo those bad things. So the snapshots allow us to just undo and go back to a good place in time where things were as we want them to be. So let's take this opportunity to show how it works. I'm going to make a snapshot now. Yes. So we have a snapshot of the time, date. We can restore it when we need to. And now I'm going to say, okay, let's improve the UI. Make the window bigger, the feeling more cool, maybe add a bit of color. And do some more improvements that you think would fit this kind of app. Okay, I'll just let it go with a little bit of freedom on what kind of things it could do. So I have no idea exactly what's going to happen, but again, fingers crossed. The fact that we have the snapshot is really helpful because if something goes wrong, at least we know we have a working version of the application. And in the future, I'll have also a way to add a small description for this snapshot so we know why we did that snapshot or what state the application was in. But for now, I don't think we need all of that. Okay, I think it's finished. Okay, increase the window size. You had backgrounds, text widgets, progress bar, blah, blah, blah. Okay, a lot of things. Let's try it again. Let's try it again because I know it can run it for me. For some reason, for the demo, it decided not to. But let's see if this time. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really want to run things for me this time. Okay, I guess we are in a bad mood today. So Python transcriber. Okay, so we have a cooler. This is a disabled button. Let's select the file. Go back to our demo. Now it's enabled the button. Transcribing. Oh, nice. Yeah, and it displays the transcription. Perfect. And it's saved. Okay, great. So this went really well. I'm really happy with the final result. Looks way cooler. But let's say it messed up. Let's say it's really bad design. So I would just restore. All changes done after this snapshot will be lost. Okay. I have a small bug here. I need to refresh this page. So right now, the last message where I asked for the UI is missing. And as you see, all that part is missing. So if I run it again, I'm back at the old version. Okay, and this snapshot is here, so I can still use it for the future. And we have really fast application development. Of course, this is a small tool, but now let's look at something cooler. I'm going to create a new project. Okay, we're back and let's do our second demo. And no demo of software development is complete without building a to-do list. But of course, we don't want to do that because they'll be quite small. And I want to show you now a big project. So we're going to do a task management app, but it's going to be a web app. So it's going to have a database on the back end. It's going to run on a web server and all of that stuff. We're going to try to build all of that using WORKSPAICE. So let me just start by defining the goals and requirements. It's going to be a task management application, web application. It has projects, tasks, and contexts. Contexts are just a title. Projects have a title, an optional due date, and the status, which can be active, inactive, or done. Tasks have a title, status, which can be next, waiting, or done, optional due date, and optional project to which it belongs to. This is a local app, so no need for authentication or users. And I think that's it. Okay, technical specifications is more important here. So we're going to do a Laravel web app using Tailwind, CSS, and Blade. Don't worry if you don't know these names. It's just standard PHP and Laravel stuff. And we're going to use SQLite for database. And run locally with PHP artisan serve. Okay, and then system information again with next footer. Okay, let's go with this. And here we are. So the good thing about this environment is that it's a web-based environment, the workspace, but actually the application is running on the background. So I can actually leave this while the AI is doing stuff and come back to it. I can even close the browser window and it will still continue. Okay, so let's go to our clarifying questions. User interface. Are you looking for a specific page design or layout or for, okay, traditional multi-page, yes. Otherwise, this will be too complicated and too long. Can a task belong to multiple projects or just one? A task can belong to one project or none. A task can have only one context or none. Yes, projects have their own tasks. Right, 3. Do you have any specific features like filtering, sorting, task? Okay. For now, no. That the procedure. Okay. Let's keep it with SQLite. Generate the migrations, but don't migrate or run any database commands. I want to do that myself. Do you want to do? Okay, keep it simple, but you can use Alpine JS. Okay, send. So as I was saying, as this goes on, we can do other things. I could go back to my other project and work on it. I can create a new project and start working on it. And in the background, this will still be going on, and everything will be, and all the files will be created and saved, etc., etc. So that's pretty cool. Because we're starting from scratch and because this is quite a big project, I'm afraid this will take quite some minutes. So feel free at this point to skip again to the next timestamp. As you can see, it's still empty, so it's still working on defining stuff. Okay, here it is. All the Laravel stuff is now showing up. Cheers. Alcohol free, by the way. Helps with coding. It's going. Just checking some stuff. Our database is here. Migrations are done. We have contexts with just a title. Projects have due date status within them. Interesting. And then we have foreign IDs for the project, for the context, due date status also within them. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see if we have any routes done. Not yet. Still the standard HTML Laravel. In the meantime, we have our tasks. So models have been created, the controllers have been created, and now it's creating the views. Okay. So we should be seeing something happening on this folder, I guess. Okay, there it is. Give a refresh. So we have contexts, projects, tasks. All right, it's really cool. Routing. Let's check the routes. There we go. We used the resource. Was smart. The default goes to project index. This is okay. And now it's adding some Alpine interactivity. I didn't turn the debug on again, so now we cannot see anything. Sorry. I really need to improve the feedback here. So he's doing now some seeders in order to populate the database with some kind of sample data. So it's not empty when you look at it. And aha, okay. It did something that it should not do. It attempted to start the server itself, which is not a good idea because it's a process that never ends, so it kind of gets stuck in there. So this is something that still needs to be fixed. Let me just remove that last part. Okay, I'll start the server myself. Let's just check the task list. Are you finished? Okay. Okay, so we did all the things. The only remaining task on our list is to test the application. Okay. Okay. So let's do PHP artisan serve. It's going to go on port 02. Okay. But that's just the default. So something is wrong there. So this is where we start with the back and forth and tuning things up because it's almost impossible to get it right at first time when we are working with bigger projects, which is not just a tic-tac-toe game or a transcriber desktop app. So these are bigger projects and it's more common that the AI fails to link some files together. So this is where the human has to come in and also help finding things that are missing, which pieces are missing, how to fix them. And I forgot to turn on debug again. Okay. Need to compile the assets. That's correct. We forgot about that. npm run dev. And then PHP artisan serve. Let's try again. Okay. So I don't know exactly why. I don't care. I'm just going to copy the error and paste it here. Okay. The cache has been cleared. You should be able to see. Okay, let's try again. There you go. Oh, and there's a nice navigation on the top. Create a project. So tasks. Ooh, I forgot the migrations. Did I? We have to run the migrations. That's right. I think I told it not to run the migrations. Let's just make sure we have a fresh database. Uh-oh. This is not good. I think I cleared my workspace database. Oh my God. I just wiped out the project. Oh, that was an unexpected turn of events. But we do have, well, workspace died, but it left us a task application, which is great. Let's just hope it works. So projects, tasks, and contexts. Let's create a task. Bake a cake to celebrate. We don't have anything create. Bake a cake to celebrate. View, edit, delete. Okay, so all the CRUD stuff is working as it should. Pretty cool. Let's create a context. Call it at home. Edit. Context at home. Update. Projects. Create a new project. Baking. And now we're going to add this task to that project. Yep. Okay, so everything is working. So we did have this issue here with the database. I think it somehow overwritten my main database, which is also using SQLite. So currently workspace is dead. There is no more workspace. Fantastic. I need to fix that. But anyway, we did accomplish this project. So this was kind of a kamikaze move. We have a working web application with all the basic CRUD stuff working. And so I think this one is also complete. Too bad that we didn't see the final task list to see if there was any pending tasks. Of course, from here now we could iterate a little bit more and maybe change the layout or add a few more features. And then we enter that iterative process of continuously refining the application. So that ends demo 2. I'm just going to refresh this database here for Workspace to work again, and I will be back for demo 3. Okay, we are back with a fresh workspace. Unfortunately, we lost the two projects. Actually, we didn't lose. The files are all there. We just lost the reference in the database. So for the third project and our final demo, I want to do something completely different. And now for something completely different, not related with code or software development. So I was thinking of, because we're now in summer and my kids are finishing school very, very soon, and we have to entertain them. So I was thinking about a homeschooling guide. So what is this? This is a guide for parents to with ideas for educational activities for kids during summer. Let's say we want this in, it should cover 3 weeks, 5 days per week, considering about 4 hours per day. The activities should cover subjects like, should cover all sorts of subjects for variety, like math, science, history, geography, languages, arts, music, etc. What else? Also do a template for a weekly, no, for a daily schedule. Technical specifications. So this is not an application. So what I'm going to say here is I want something, I want the end product to be something I can easily copy and give to other parents. Maybe a set of HTML files with links to each other. We can start with an index from where we can navigate to the week's activities. And again, here it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is something completely different. Let's see what happens. We are in our homeschooling guide. First things first, we need our clarifying questions. It didn't ask clarifying question this time, it just went through. Okay, so we're scanning the process value, creating a basic folder structure, creating an index file as the main entry point, plan the content structure for the 3 weeks, create individual HTML files for each day's activities, design a daily schedule template, implement navigation between HTML files, add content for week 1, week 2, week 3, review, finalize and prepare for distribution. Okay, let's see how the files are looking. So we have resources, that's the daily template. Week 1, each week has its own file with days. Then we have the index. Summer Homeschooling Guide. Welcome to our 3-week summer homeschooling guide. This guide provides educational tips for kids, covering various subjects for about 4 hours per day, 5 days a week. Weekly plans. Okay, this does not working yet. Okay. It's creating the individual files for each edition, design daily schedule template, implement navigation between HTML files. I wish it didn't skip the clarifying questions because I wanted to give a little bit more information about a few things. So we'll have to do that in the end, hopefully. So now it's adding the content for week 1 activities. Let's go and take a peek. Week 1. So we have an index for the week 1. So day 1, so it's organizing each day as a specific topic, or actually 2 subjects per day. Okay, that's good. 4 hours, about 2 hours each max. Math and science, numbers scavenger hunt, 1 hour, fraction art, 1 hour, science activities, and wrap up. Oh, that's cool. Language, arts, and geography. Pretty cool. History, science, and music. Oh, this is still missing. All right, but it's working pretty well. Our daily schedule template is already here. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, like I said, I really need to improve this part where it just does too many things in a row without breaking to ask if the user wants to give any more input. So these are some of the many improvements still missing. Maybe let's take a peek at week number 2, just to check. Create a comic strip, synonym and antonym game, chromatography flower, states of matter exploration. That's pretty cool. Ancient number systems, historical graph, data graphing, time capsule creation, historical figure interview. Oh, yeah, I have to say I'm really surprised with these ideas. They are really cool. I am definitely going to be using this for the coming weeks. And in the meantime, I'm still working on week number 2. I think we're getting a timeout from the API again because it's taking too long. Oh no, it moved. Now it's in week number 3. Okay. It was a bit slow. I was thinking it was going to time out again. So let's take a peek at week number 3 because I'm really liking these ideas. And let me just take a peek at, yeah, there was something I forgot, but I was hoping you will ask in the clarifying questions, but it didn't. I didn't mention any styling guides, like to use as CSS or anything. So it's because of that, it's really designing very bland pages. I forgot about that. But let's see what we can do to improve the looks a little bit. Because these are all static files, there is no easy way to change the header and change the header in all of them. We would have to use a static website generator for that, which is not the case here. We could do that actually, now that I think of it. We could have asked to do that, but Anyway, I think the purpose of this demo is not, of this third demo is not the technical part. It's just to show how it's also usable, also interesting to explore other things besides code generation. So let's take a peek at week 3. Ancient inventions timeline, historical figure, what if scenario. Oh, this is nice. Simple machine scavenger hunt, Rube Goldberg machine, cool. Language arts and arts. Oh, this is a nice word. It's a new word for me. Still going on week 3. Math and geography, population density calculation, map scale adventures. One thing that we did miss was to specify the age brackets for these activities, because activities can change a lot depending on the age of the kids. And I would hope that would be a clarifying question. But for some reason, it decided not to do the clarifying questions. So that was a big miss on this project because it would have an impact on the result. But anyway, let's go with it now. So week 3 activities must be almost done. Day 5, language, art, sports poem, sports journalism, alphabet fitness challenge. Oh, this is cool. Create and play a new sport. Brainstorm ideas for a new sport. Okay. Yeah, I really like the wrap up every day, which gives different suggestions depending on the activities that were done. That was nice. Back to main page. We have the link for the daily schedule template as well. Review and test the entire guide. I have no idea what is testing. How do you test? It's just checking the HTML files again. I hope not. It is checking every file. Oh God. All right, so maybe I'll just, I really need to either be more specific about not testing with every project, or just tone down a little bit the demands for precision and correctness and making sure everything works, which obviously leads to creating tests and testing things before giving the final result to the user. But I think I'm going just to break it here because I don't want to waste all this time now with all these tests. So just give me a second while I break this. And we have to, again, restart. Let's turn on the debug so we can see from here what's happening. Otherwise, you don't see anything. Okay, now I can say, don't do any tests. I want to test it manually. Let's close this. Okay, suggested checklist for manual testing. That's a kind of a big test for just a simple HTML. But yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's try something. Can you open it for me? Let's see if it works this time. No, that's not what I meant. Can you open it on my browser for me? I am peak laziness. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't want to run commands today. I have no idea why. Anyway, let's do it ourselves. Index. So we have seen everything is cool and working. Okay. Everything is okay, but it looks terribly bland. can you apply some nice CSS to make it more interesting and joyful, considering the theme? So the challenge here is, because these are all static files, in order to change the look of a file, in order to change the look of the whole project, it needs to change every single file one by one, because there is no header file like you have in a dynamic generated page. So that's going to be a little bit more work, but we'll just do a little bit of it just to see how it goes. There you go. That was quite creative, I have to say. That was quite creative. Oh wow, it even has these animations. Pretty cool. I love it. Can you apply the same style to the rest of the pages? So we're not going to wait for this. I think the purpose of this demo is done. Oh, actually, I just had a crazy idea to try. Let's just go with let's just see week 1. Okay, same styling. The icons are also related with the topics. He's using emojis, so no need for any kind of external images or anything like that. So he's doing the weeks first, like to main page. That's pretty cool. Daily schedule is not, I think it didn't apply anything new here. Yeah, he's doing the days now. Okay, so that would take a while. Let's not wait for this. There you go. Pretty cool. So from here you could generate a PDF with all of this. Oh, you lazy AI, you're leaving that to me. Okay, you're lucky because I don't want to do it. Let's just do something. I just thought of something. Let's take a snapshot. And okay, to be used for Halloween. So I created a snapshot just in case it messes up the file. I really liked how it looked. Let's just check how creative it can get. I think he already saved it. Oh, there you go. Halloween theme with vampires and wizards and pumpkins and a dark theme. Our Halloween homeschooling guide covers a variety of subjects, all with a spooky twist: monstrous math, scary science. Oh, I only said the theme, but he's actually doing he's actually proposing a themed activities as well. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is amazing. I love this. Let's just do something else before I call it a day. I want to generate, I want to distribute this. So let's ask for ideas. Let's just restore and go back to our previous state. Here you go. Okay, how do you suggest I distribute this guide to other parents? Can we make a PDF document out of all the content? That'd be interesting. Let's see. Well, it's struggling a little bit because it's trying to see how it can generate a PDF. Okay, there it is. It's asking me to install a few things so that it can more easily accomplish this task. So let's do that. Let's just go with it for a while and see. Pip install PDF kit. And then for Fedora, we need this. Whoops. All right. Yes. And then navigate to your project directories. Oh, it did a script that will create the PDFs for me. All right, let's try that. Create PDF. Okay. I don't care about errors. Let's just let it sort it out. Seems quite a nasty error, to be honest, but I have a real need. I want a PDF out of this. So let's see what it does. It's downloading Python packages. So it's trying to figure out a way to solve this problem using some other PDF generation, I guess. I'm not sure because I'm not familiar with the Python packages. Okay, excellent news. The PDF has been created successfully. Now you have a single PDF that contains all the content from your HTML files. This PDF will be much easier to distribute to other parents. Here are some ways you can distribute the homeschooling guide PDF, email, cloud storage, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's try again. Can you open the PDF for me, please? One last try. But today it doesn't want to open things for me for some reason. Nope. Lazy AI. Homeschooling guide PDF. Okay. Yeah, not the best PDF that I've seen, but I guess because it couldn't use that tool, it struggled a little bit with the PDF creation. I'm just going to be annoying and push it a little bit further. Let's see how far we can take it. There's still some issues when it's running commands that require external packages and it tries to install them. But some of them, like in Python, it's fine. But when you have a requirement for a different kind of package in the system, you need super user root permissions, and that usually requires a user prompt to insert the password, and it doesn't deal well with that part. So that's still some improvements that need to be done, because it should ask the user to do that. It should not attempt to install packages without the user consenting that. But anyway, and I think the PDF is already here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's good that we pushed it a little bit further. The links go to the page. Okay, well, still needs a little bit of tweaking, but this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. The weeks were not all themed. I think we stopped the theming part in the middle, so the rest is not themed as it should. But yeah, this looks really nice. Anyway, I'll wrap it up here. So this was quite a big demo with a few hiccups in the middle, but I think it gives a little bit of a broader overview of what we can achieve. And this is just a proof of concept. It's just the beginning. There's a lot more to be done, and I think this can be taken much further. Thanks for watching. I hope this hasn't been too long for you, and see you soon.